Go follow me over on Twitter for more content. I'm doing a giveaway at 4,000 followers. Thank you. Last year around the trade deadline, the San Diego Padres and Washington Nationals agreed to one of the biggest blockbuster deals of all time, with the Nationals trading superstar Juan Soto to San Diego for 6 players, which included several top prospects. Soto cost so much for the Padres because obviously he's a great player, one of the best hitters in baseball, but not only that, he also had 2 years beyond 2022 of team control, meaning he doesn't become a free agent until after next season. So not until the offseason leading into 2025, if he indeed gets that far without signing an extension with the Padres. So you get one of the best hitters in baseball for the next 2.5 years. That's awesome. And with the way this Padres ownership has been running lately, it's clear there's a good chance they try and keep him beyond 2024 and lock him up to a massive contract just like they did for Fernando Tatis Jr., like they eventually did for Xander Bogaerts and eventually Manny Machado for the second time during spring training, and Joe Musgrove and Yu Darvish, and okay, I think you get the point. Padres owner Peter Seidler is not afraid to spend and invest into this team. He is treating it like his toy, his baby, and he wants nothing more than a championship or 2 or several in the coming years. But with all of this money spending does come some issues, of course, issues that might very well be leading to Juan Soto getting traded again. If you're part of the 70% of viewers not subscribed, make sure to hit that button if you enjoy the content. Thank you. Just recently, Diamond Sports, which owns Bally Sports, the network that does regional coverage for teams across baseball, decided not to make its latest rights payment to the Padres, ending the two sides' partnership. In a statement about the missed payment and the termination of rights to the Padres, Diamond Sports claimed that the company did have the cash to pay them, but chose not to make the payment to San Diego because the quote-unquote economics of the Padres contract were not aligned with market realities. So with the Padres no longer having their TV deal, this could very well affect how they spend regarding their roster. In a recent article by Padres writer and insider Kevin Acee, this is what was said, quote, "The Padres already face challenges related to future financial obligations as they have a payroll pushing $250 million, have amassed imposing debt that multiple sources say cannot go higher, and possibly have reached a revenue source plateau in the face of what would almost certainly be waning fan interest." End quote. To add on to all of that, the Padres also happen to be underperforming big time up until this point in the season, currently being under 500 and in 4th place in the National League West, 8 games back of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yes, you heard that perfectly clear, not behind the Dodgers, the 1st place Diamondbacks. This season has been wild, and the Padres being as bad and mediocre as they've been is just another example of that. The offense has not been very good. The new $280 million man, Xander Bogaerts, who the Padres are now committed to for the next 11 years, is not hitting well. Neither is Manny Machado, Jake Cronenworth, Ha-Seong Kim, Trent Grisham. I mean, it just hasn't been very good. The only consistent hitters up until this point for San Diego have been Fernando Tatis Jr. and Juan Soto, and Gary Sanchez, who's been newly added. As far as Juan Soto goes, he actually had a horrendous start to the season, but has since gotten back to his old ways. Since May 1st, Soto has hit over 320 with an OPS over 1,000. He's been great. But like I just talked about, the Padres as a team have not been great. Pair that together with these financial issues coming to light, and that could mean something pretty wild is coming. Bleacher Report writer Kerry Miller recently came out with his top 25 players who could get traded at the deadline this year, and started off the article with honorary mentions not a part of the list, with one of those honorary mentions being Juan Soto. This is what he said regarding Soto and the Padres. Quote, "Frankly, another Soto blockbuster is feeling more likely than an Ohtani blockbuster. Given San Diego's poor record, the sheer amount of long-term money the Padres have already committed elsewhere, the financial uncertainty stemming from the ongoing mess with TV rights payments, and the fact that the Yankees could really use a left fielder. However, the Padres will and should be reluctant to so quickly part with the young phenom they gave up so much of their farm system to acquire." End quote. So nothing is set in stone. There's no serious rumors right now about Soto being traded. But honestly, when you really think about it, it makes all the sense in the world to do such a thing if you're the Padres. Part of the reason it makes so much sense is unfortunately because it seems they've made some poor spending decisions over the last year or so. I personally don't think they should have given Yu Darvish $108 million more over 6 more years. He's almost 37 years old and seems to be on the decline. Giving Xander Bogaerts $280 million over 11 years is a big overpay and too much of a commitment. And I'm sure the Padres kind of knew that get when they signed Xander, but I think they were just willing to overpay in order to get a guy. Remember, they offered both Trey Turner and Aaron Judge more overall money than the Phillies and Yankees did to those players, respectively, going on to get rejected by both of those players before signing Bogaerts instead. It was as if they were so desperate for one of the big-name free agents and were willing to do whatever it took to get one of them. Turner, take all of our money. No. Judge, take all of our money. No. Xander, take all of our money. Yay, welcome to San Diego. I mean, I applaud the Padres ownership for going so all in, spending money and not being cheap bastards, but you have to be careful where exactly you're putting that money, as it may not be the best investments. And not only that, but it also could prevent you from signing other stars in the future who are maybe even better, like Juan Soto. They of course have Juan Soto right now and have him for the next year and a half, but beyond that, it's hard to see the Padres being able to keep Soto, who will arguably get a bigger contract than Tatis, Machado, and Bogaerts. Of the four of them, Soto likely gets the most money. Can they really get that done? It seems like there's no shot, especially now with these financial issues. I would be shocked if the Padres either A, extend Juan Soto, or B, re-sign him in free agency. I would be much more shocked at the latter, because if he gets that far and becomes a free agent, he's gone, in my eyes. If the Padres get a deal done with Soto at all, it'll likely be before he ever reaches free agency. But then again, I don't think either scenario is possible. They just don't seem to have the capability of dishing out yet another one of baseball's biggest contracts. And with that, that's why a Juan Soto trade makes all the sense in the world. Yes, they literally just got him less than a year ago for so much. They gave up a lot of talent to the Nationals for him. But maybe that's partly why you turn right around and trade Soto yourselves a year after trading him to begin with, because you know you're not going to be able to keep him long term. So you trade him and get some of that talent back. Not literally, but in a sense where the Padres would get some young talent from whoever trades for Soto that helps revamp their farm system. Another thing the Padres can do is of course just ride it out with Soto, even if they know they won't have him beyond 2024, and just try to win a championship with him in the limited time he's still there. Soto's been great for a while now this year. He seems to be back to what he was with the Nationals, has another year of team control after 2023 for 2024. I mean, he can get a really nice return for the Padres. It won't be quite the Herschel Walker level type deal we saw last year, but it would still be a good one. Good enough that the Padres should definitely at least give it some thought. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.